Hey friends, welcome back to my corner of the internet where we talk all things thrillers, mysteries, and suspense. In today's video, we are going to be doing a part 2 of thriller books for beginners. I did this video about 7 months ago and I've been trying to do it for the longest, and you know what? Today's the day. I said enough is enough. We are making a part 2 for thriller books for beginners. Now, thrillers are my primary genre. I really don't dibble and dabble into anything else. So I think, I'm not going to say I'm a thriller expert, but I love my thriller books, and I know there are some people who want to dive into the genre, but they don't know what to start off with. So let's get into it. So y'all should already know that I am lying to you. I have not done a sit-down video in so long, and whenever I say let's get right into it, we never get right into it. I have to tell you the book that I am currently reading, and I'm reading Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham, and I am on page 103, chapter 16, and it's going okay. I mean, nothing much really has happened in the first 100 pages, and this is a book about a sister that went missing, possibly murdered. Case was closed. It happened very quickly, but they never really got answers for what really happened. So the living sister is trying to figure out what happened. She goes back to her family. They are estranged, and she's spending the summer there trying to figure out what happened to her sister. So that's where I am right now, and I mean, it's okay so far. Stacey Willingham is hit or miss for me. I did not like A Flicker in the Dark, but I did enjoy All the Dangerous Things, and this one might just be one that I may or may not enjoy. It can go either way. So yeah, that is what I'm currently reading. And I'm also currently listening to She Didn't See It Coming by Sherry Lapina, or Lapina, Sherry Lapina, Sherry Lapina. Doesn't have the little, under the N, so I don't know if you pronounce it like that, but this is what I'm currently listening to on Everand. Y'all know I'm always reading and listening to a book at the same time, and I personally use Everand. I've been using them for probably as long as I've been a Book of the Month member, since like 22 or 23. I don't know. That's the one that fits my lifestyle and my wallet. So definitely enjoy Everand. I do have a link down below if you do want to try it out and compare it to Audible, Spotify, all of those good things, and you can get 30 days free if you click the link in my bio. So I'm listening to She Didn't See It Coming. I'm really enjoying this one. This is my first book by this author, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So let's see. I will update you guys on Goodreads as well, because I have not been consistent on YouTube. I have not, but I have been consistent with my Goodreads. So definitely I will have that link down below. Go follow me on Goodreads as well. So now we are really getting into the thriller books for beginners. So let's go. Okay, you guys, the first book that I think is going to be perfect for people who are wanting to get into the thriller genre is You Deserve to Know by Aggie Bloom Thompson. This is one of my most recent reads, and when I tell you I ate this book up, I loved it so much. It was so fun. I think I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. You Deserve to Know by Aggie Thompson is about 3 neighbors, Gwen, Amy, and Lisa, and they are in a tight-knit community, and they host weekly dinners. And after one of their dinners, Gwen's husband is found murdered, and when this happens, it unleashes so many secrets, lies, deceptions. Oh my gosh. This is the ultimate domestic thriller with nosy neighbors, messy neighbors, just so much drama. It was so juicy. I really enjoyed this book, and I think this will be perfect for beginners because it has so many twists and turns, and I really enjoyed this book. You should definitely check this book out even if you are not a beginner in the thriller genre, but I really enjoyed this book, and I think people getting into this genre will too, because it is messy, dramatic, juicy, twisty, all the things that formulates a perfect thriller book. So definitely go ahead and check that one out. I cannot create any thriller book list and not have Alice Feeney on the list. The next book I want to talk about is His and Hers by Alice Feeney, and this one was not my favorite Alice Feeney book, but it definitely was a good one, and I think it is perfect for people getting into the thriller genre. His and Hers by Alice Feeney is about news anchor Anna Andrews and detective Jack Harper, and there is a murder that happens in their hometown of Blackdown, and Jack is suspicious of Anna's involvement, but then he ends up being the suspect in his own murder investigation. Y'all, crazy, twisted. Definitely enjoyed this book. It was easy to read. I flew through this one. The twist at the end of this book, yeah, I was just like, whoa, I definitely didn't see it coming. Some people might, I don't know. But I think this would be a good book for someone getting into the thriller genre because it was definitely messy. Now, Alice Feeney books are a little slower, like they are definitely slow burns, but I think that the payoff in the end is always worth it with her books. So definitely go ahead and check this one out. Now, some of y'all may or may not like this, okay? But if you're watching this and you're a newbie in the thriller space, and then that means you don't have any opinions about this book yet. So next book that I want to talk about is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I think this is perfect for anyone wanting to get into the thriller genre, and a perfect book to start with this author. The House Across the Lake is about Casey Fletcher, and she is recently widowed, and she also is an actor, but she's been going through it, okay? She can't keep a job, nothing. So her husband has passed away, and she retreats to her family's lake house just to get away from everything. And so all Casey has in her lake house is binoculars and some alcohol. And so she starts watching the couple across the lake to pass the time. And so the couple across the lake is Tom and Catherine. And one day, Casey saves Catherine from drowning in the lake. And then obviously you save somebody's life from drowning, y'all are going to be friends. And then Catherine ends up going missing. And now Casey is like, listen, Tom did it. I don't know why, but I think Tom did it. So she has her binoculars and she's trying to figure out what happened to Catherine and where is she. Y'all, the turn that this book takes is very weird. Okay, it's a very weird book, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of people hate this book, but I'm one of them. I'm one of those people that sometimes I like a book that goes against the grain. I think this will be definitely a good book for someone to check out if they want to get into thrillers. The next book I want to talk about is Stay Awake by Megan Golden, and I honestly had a great time reading this book. It might be a little bit predictable, but I enjoyed my time when I was reading it. So Stay Awake by Megan Golden is about Liv, and she wakes up in the back of the taxi cab and she does not know where she is or how she got there. And she asks the taxi cab driver to bring her home. When she gets home, a stranger answers the door and is like, no girl, you don't live here. Like, I live here now. So Liv is very confused on what's going on. She reaches in her pocket to pull out her phone, but there's no phone, but instead there's a bloody knife. And when she pulls it out, she looks down at her hand and her hand says, stay awake. So she's like, what in the world is going on? You guys, this book takes place in New York City, and it was very atmospheric. The adventure that this author takes you on in this book is it was really fun. It was fun for a thriller book. You know, sometimes thrillers are a little heavy and dark, but I really enjoyed reading this book, and I think beginners will definitely enjoy this one. The next book on the list is Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh. This was not one of my favorite books. I gave it 3.5 stars, but if you know me, 3.5 is not bad at all. I'm still going to recommend books 3.5 and above, but this book is about 3 women, Amanda and Wendy and Ruth. Amanda and Wendy meet by chance, and they realize they have more in common than they think, and it is revenge. So Amanda and Wendy are like, if you kill for me, I'll kill for you. And then in another part of the city, you have Ruth, who is home alone one night when her home gets invaded and she is attacked. And she's questioning, like, is she ever going to feel safe in the city? And she doesn't really know how to move on with her life. And she is on the hunt for this man that attacked her. This book was good. It's a take on the classic Strangers on a Train. And I enjoyed it, but there was a part where I felt like it got a little bit predictable towards the end. But that's just me. I feel like I saw it coming towards the end. One part, I didn't see all of it coming. All the twists that happened in this book, I think I only figured out one of them. So I definitely think that you should check this book out if you are interested in getting into more thrillers. I cannot make a thriller list and not have a locked room mystery on there. And the one I want to talk about is One Big Happy Family by Jamie Day. One Big Happy Family by Jamie Day is about the Bishop sisters, and their father has recently passed away, and he owned a huge hotel in Maine, and they all are coming back for the weekend to kind of go over the will and, you know, claim what's rightfully theirs. Obviously, it's a locked room mystery. They are there with their partners, the workers in the hotel, and there is a storm that is coming, and by the end of the weekend, someone is dead. We're trying to figure out who did it, why did it happen, and was this because of money? Was it because of greed? Why are there so many secrets? You know, everything is going to come out over this weekend, and I definitely enjoyed this one. It was fun and a little predictable, but if you're a beginner, you might not pick up on all the clues, but I definitely think you should check that one out. Okay, friends, those are 6 books that I think you should be reading if you are a beginner in the thriller genre, or if you've never even read them. I think you should be reading them as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Have you read any of them? What did you think about them? You know, we're here to converse and have conversations in the comment section down below. So let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching this, that means I am being consistent. Like for real, like we're not playing games anymore. We're back in our YouTube bag, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.